Hi guys, I'm here and welcome to the workshop. As you may know from my previous videos, I'm a big fan of Enve wheels and products in general because I find them to be excellent in terms of performance and durability. So on my mountain bike I currently have the M525s, then 7/8 disc brakes on the road bike, 7/8 rim brakes on the time trial bike for now. Also some CXs on the cross bike, which I don't have here at the moment. And now I want to show you the latest wheel set from Enve, aimed at the very popular gravel slash adventure style of riding, basically drop bar off-road bikes from whichever angle you approach that, cyclocross even. So let me tell you more about these wheels and rims. So these are called the 3.4 AR, so they have the AR designation, like the 4.5 ARs before them, which turned out to be very popular, and I think they were a bit ahead of their time. Now I did have a pair of 4.5 ARs. Now I passed them on to a friend, and I have to say those are probably my favorite wheels for the road bike of all time, because they generally open up a new perspective into road riding, and it changes the way you perceive the actual definition of road riding. Because back in the olden days, with the traditional road bikes, you had to seek out basically the good roads in your area to be able to ride. With these kind of wheels, tires and bikes, disc brakes, you no longer have to. You just ride wherever you want in total confidence, control and comfort. And I think that's exactly why these kind of wheels are proving to be very popular, and other manufacturers, for example Hunt is the latest I can think of, or Zip with their 303s are quite similar. Also Head, they're all going into the same direction with these super wide rims, but these Enves still are pretty unique. So as the name suggests, these are a bit shallower than the 4.5 ARs, but not super shallow, as you can see, particularly on the rear. Again, in standard Enve fashion, we have the completely different profiles front and rear, as well as the depth. Both rims measure out at a super wide 32 millimeters. When you first look at them without having these wheels, seeing them in prior, well, they just look absurd, and they look honestly like something that belongs on a mountain bike, which is very much in line, because there I have the 525s on the Epic. The internal rim width is 25, external 33. Here it's very similar with 25 internal, that's exactly the same, and 32 external, so super close. What these rims also inherited, and the 4.5s didn't have yet, is the added puncture protection, because they have not only the hookless bead design that the 4.5s have, but also it's now the wide hookless bead that's featured on their latest mountain bike rims, which enables you to run lower tire pressures without having the fear of the rim blowing through and cutting your sidewalls of the tire, because as you can see, the hook itself, or the bead itself, is very wide and very blunt, so it takes a much larger force for this shape to penetrate the tire itself. So that's a definite upside for kind of gravel riding. And we also have the G series wheels, but honestly I wouldn't take them into consideration when I were to build up a gravel bike. And as it turns out, these wheels not so long after their release have won the Dirty Kansas, which I think just proves that, because even though the G series wheels might be a bit more resilient, a bit more comfortable, etc., but still for gravel racing you're going to appreciate the added advantage of these wheels, and they are quite fast indeed. You can find the data on Enve's website. I chose to build them up with the Carbon TI X-Hub hubs, straight pull design or straight pull version with the standard 6-bolt rotor mount, XDR driver for SRAM's 12-speed drivetrains. And with these quite light hubs, the wheel set comes in at a frankly ridiculous 1320 grams. So that's, I think, super light for a wheel set of this depth and the clincher slash tubeless design, and also this wide. I think that's pretty damn excellent. So I bet they will be super responsive. As for the hubs, I've already promised you a couple of times a more in-depth look at these hubs, so don't worry, I haven't forgotten about that, and I'm going to bring you a comparison with DT240s real soon, and that will perhaps reveal a bit behind the reasoning of me choosing these hubs. As for the designation of these wheels, in my case is, well, I wanted to build up a gravel bike this year, but somehow I didn't really get into it. I couldn't get the frame that I wanted to because they don't have a European distributor just yet, so I might have to wait around a little bit. So these wheels actually have no bike to go into, which means that you'll be able to get this very pair of wheels through my web shop, in case you're interested in these beauties. As I said, 1320 grams, super light, very aero as well, and very stable in the crosswinds according to Enve's data. And if I consider how that applies to their other rim designs, then I think there's definitely they're going to definitely live up to that promise. Another new thing that I forgot to mention in my previous video about the 7/8 disc version is Enve's new policy in terms of warranty. So basically it means that when you buy an Enve wheel set and you manage to destroy it somehow in whatever way, Enve is ready to supply with a new rim free of charge, or a rebuild of your existing wheel components to a new rim. So you are basically rolling again, and that's pretty unique because really it covers all possibilities, and I think that helps justify the premium price tag of these kind of wheels and makes them a bit more of an investment. Now, what else do you get with a wheel set like this? So here's the Enve wheel bag. You only get this if you buy a complete wheel set from Enve themselves. I always just buy the rims and have them laced up to these hubs, so I had to buy this separately. But what you do get is what I'm going to show you right now. It's pretty much the standard stuff. So you get a tubeless kit with the lovely red tubeless tape, best in business. I still have yet to find out who makes it for Enve. Then I haven't actually opened this, but I know that you get the nice black anodized tubeless valves with the new pressure relief valve stems. A couple of you have asked if they are necessary for the Enve rims, and the answer is no. You can set them up with any valve nut, but the thing is that they just help you protect the rim itself, because if you apply the tubeless tape incorrectly and it doesn't seal, you actually have the opportunity to inflate the inside of the rim, which is not designed to take that, so there's a chance of delamination and potentially catastrophic damage. So that's why Enve have gone ahead and invented the pressure relief valve, so it is not possible to pressurize the inside of the rim instead of the tire chamber. Yeah, you also get a pair of valve extenders in case you choose to run these tires not tubeless, which would be, in my opinion, a bit weird, but indeed you can use these for your tubes of choice. What you have to bear in mind though, that even if you use tubes, the tires you install, well, mainly because of the hookless bead, have to be tubeless ready tires. And because of the hookless design, not all tires are designed to work with that. The best choice, in my opinion, will be the new Schwalbe Pro 1, because those are tested with Enves, they're approved, and they do work with these hooklet beads, just as Vittoria's TLR tires. Notable exemption, and I think it's a bit of a shame, in my opinion, is the Conti GP5000 TL, which only works on hooked rims. So that means you can only use them on the standard non-AR designated SES disc wheels, so the 3.4 regular, the 5.6 and the 7.8, but maybe they will release a version in the future where you can use a Conti tire on a hookless bead. So for now, Schwalbe or Vittoria is your best bet. So yeah, that's pretty much how these wheels will roll and what you can expect from them. If you want to know more about other Enve products or other products for cycling in general that I have tried and have been using in my training and racing, then don't forget to tune into the channel and subscribe. It's all for the day. Thanks for watching and see you next time.